Welcome back to Sickles Garage. Follow along as we install these fans. All right, so we're working on these fans. Warren had to go to work, so he's not out here. But what did we get accomplished so far? Got the fans in place. We built these little handy dandy aluminum brackets to hold the fans in. There's also some brackets. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them. They're kind of, right there to hold them in on the bottom. On both sides. Fit real nice, as you can see. So that's your Ford Contour fans. Cheap. We bought them for like, I don't know, $90 or something brand new. You could probably buy them at the junkyard for $25, but we're going to get them wired up, see how they work. Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We'll start on this wiring mess. I'll show you what I got to replace it. So I'll tell you, the older you get, the saying goes, the older you get, the wiser you get. I think that's a true story, because this is how I mounted this thing in here. Gosh, I must have been maybe 22, something like that. I wasn't very old. I don't even know why I did it this way. So surprised I didn't burn it down. Nothing was insulated. It just sat there with power on it like that. This was on the solenoid. Did a great job crimping them. It's all good stuff. And then I ran the wires in there. We'll get that later. I'm just gonna set this aside and I'm gonna start grabbing the parts and we'll start getting them down in there. All right, so I have this fuse block here. This one I'm gonna run the relays and the fans with, and then I'll have some extra spots. It's kind of cool. It's got little lights on it to tell you if it's got a blown fuse. These are relays I used in my Le Mans. They're good size. They're 40 or 50 amp relays. I don't remember which. 40 amps. So we'll run one for each fan. Then I have these connectors. These are for the fans themselves. You can buy them for like $8. Like I said, if you went to the junkyard, you do this swap to this Contour fans, and it only cost you probably $25, and you could cut those off the car. So anyway, I'm gonna start getting this wired up. I gotta still figure out where to place it. I kind of wouldn't mind placing this somewhere over here so it's close to the solenoid, and then maybe putting the relays back here on the firewall. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm looking at that right now. And then once I get that laid out, and I'll start hooking everything up, and then we'll test them and we'll see if it works. Some people say that you got to use a soft start fan controller for them. We'll see. I'll see if I have to or not. We'll see what kind of draw it has. And then the other thing I did see while I'm working on it here, we're gonna have to replace the battery cables. This thing is frayed. It ain't gonna start for shit once it gets hot. So we'll get that stuff replaced, but yeah, a lot of wires gone now. So we'll get those in there. All right, so here you go. I'm just gonna kick them off. You'll be able to see them run. So I got to find an ignition wire to hook to still. I still got to clean some of this stuff up, but everything's hooked up. I got to change the battery cables, both of them. They're in bad shape, so got to get those changed. But yeah, I'm really impressed. They move some air. I mean, what can I say? So what you're looking at here is a couple of wires that were cut when the car was put together originally. There is some rat poison in the background. We got that all cleaned up, and we use that green wire with the red tracer to power the fans. All right, I got most of that wiring cleaned up. I just need to put some tape around those or looming. I still got to remove these two starter wire and the battery cable and replace those. But otherwise, yeah, you got your power feeds there, and that little fuse down there is for the ignition. So it's key on, fans on. So anyway, there you got it. So we got a lot of work to do next week. we also got to run for parts. So we're going to run over and look at a bunch of parts for this Mustang, pick up some doors hopefully and some other stuff. Definitely bumper braces because my kid's driving on the street. I'm going to put bumper braces back in it. But yeah, so I got the fans pretty much done. What are we going to do? We're going to try to get the interior stuff finalized. We got to get 2 seat belts for it. And he's going to hook up the tack. And then hopefully I'll find time this next weekend or week and put the shifter back in it. It's all ready to go. I just got to hook it up. So, yeah. And then we got a ton of parts laying on the back of the car back here. We got parts in the box down here. I got to put the tranny cooler on it. But otherwise, like I always say, have a great work week, and I'll see you later. Bye.